every second you spend thinking about what somebody else has is taking away from time that you could create something for yourself. You're losing. You're losing because you're laying in your bed looking at somebody's fucking glamorous photoshopped picture of them doing something cool, and you're envious and you're jealous and you're impatient, and it's crippling your upside.
Yeah, because that's where I want to be, and I know I'm not there yet.
You haven't done shit.
I know.
So go do shit that actually gets you there so that you earn it, instead of like you dwelling that you're not there and hoping something's gonna happen. I don't know what's going through your mind. You've got to deploy patience, and you've got to love the process. I'm addicted to the process of the battle scars, the setbacks, the lack of, Taylor, I gave up my entire 20s, all of them. Imagine not doing anything fun or going anywhere for the next 8 years, including Saturday and Sunday. That's what I did from 22 to 30. Every day I spent 15 hours a day in a liquor store, thought about a liquor store, built a liquor store, sold wine. If you really want to win, you need to stop giving a shit about what anybody else has and realize that if you put your head down and just work for the next 10 years, no glamour, no new fucking car, suitcase, jewelry, trip, event, no Coachella, no fucking new fucking sneakers, like fucking work, you will have it. And every time you care about one of the things I just mentioned, it will slow down your process of having it.
The single most powerful idea anyone looking to succeed in anything, sports, career, fitness, finance, or life can embrace is that success does not come from making a few major important decisions correctly, and in fact it's very much the opposite. The truth is, success happens when you make the smallest, seemingly easiest, apparently most insignificant decisions correctly, consistently, every day, for a long time.
In order to achieve success, it's not about doing this crazy, brilliant thing. It's not about the dramatic action where you think, it's like you just go against all odds, defy all odds, and it's this one dramatic action that gets you there. It's not about mastering, this complex skill. It's not about having this, innovative, disruptive idea that just changes the entire world. It's like, how can I disrupt the world? Like, that's how I, achieve success. In reality, if you want to achieve success, it's about mastering the small, simple things.
It doesn't matter what you're born with. It doesn't matter your potential, how much, the silver spoon of money you have. All of that can be attained if you show up and you're willing to risk failure for success.
You have to be equipped mentally to endure this process. Knowing what you're about to go into is step one. Knowing it's an uphill battle, but a winnable one and one that's achievable.
Success has nothing to do with potential. It's all about the perseverance of somebody. That's what champions do. They show up to the event every single day.
Your life comes down to your decisions, and if you change your decisions, you will change everything.
Motivation has nothing to do with it. See, most people are waiting for motivation when motivation is just a spark to get things moving, but it's your commitment that gets you to the gym every single time. You don't go because you're motivated. You see, you don't do the things you know you need to do to reach your goals because you're motivated to do those things. You do them because you've got the mindset of a machine. You just say, every Tuesday, Thursday, this is what I do. Every Tuesday, Thursday, this is what I do. Every Tuesday, Thursday, this is what I do. You just fucking do it because that's what you set out to do. When the time comes to do the thing, you just do the thing. You don't think about it. You don't wait for the muse. You don't wait for motivation to come. Motivation is some bullshit. You don't need motivation. You need commitment and discipline.
When you are moving towards something that's important to you, when you've got a big vision, when you're working towards a goal, you don't want to sit down. You can't rest. Every single waking moment of your day is dedicated to moving forward, and sleep is like the cousin of death. And you need to get busy, focused on where you're going, so much so that everything else is a distraction.
You should seek failures. See, if you're playing it safe, you're not going to win. If you're playing it safe, like that old saying, you know, you were telling your little girl, better to be safe than sorry. Well, that's a bunch of crap. It's not better to be safe than sorry. It's by trying things that you figure out how far you can go. You got to get outside the box. Like it's reported, Edison tried 3,000 ways before he built the incandescent light. He said he didn't fail 3,000 times. He said there was 3,000 different steps to building a light bulb. Well, there's different steps to get to where you're going. And I really do treat winning and losing exactly the same. I do not let it upset me.
Do you think that's a big part of why you're so successful?
Well, it's part of why I enjoy it. Yeah, I think it is, because I'll try anything. Like if I'm into an idea, the idea of losing never enters my mind.
You're going to get thrown to the ground again and again and again. But when you have determination and you know that what you're doing is right, it gives you your life, it gives a special meaning and power to you. You will have some power from on high. You will discover some things about yourself that will begin to electrify your personality. You'll begin to discover some things about you that you don't know you've got.
You have to understand, I don't give a fuck about the end goal. I care about the process, the enjoyment of doing it. You're not enjoying yourself trying to get to $1 million over the next 3 years. You need to start fucking loving the process and the work and the grind. You need to start respecting people that are like sleeping with 4 roommates and buying their t-shirts at Walmart. Don't beat yourself up. Don't hold yourself accountable to arbitrary bullshit fantasies. Just put in work and enjoy that. Enjoy eating shit and dirt and bleeding and the grind, and don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks, why you haven't done it, why are you doing that.
What I will not do is I will not quit. And so I'm saying to somebody right now that's watching me, baby, you got greatness all inside of you. You got greatness all inside of you. But your problem is you a scaredy cat. You soft. And every time it get hard, you quit and you give up.
Okay, success is a process of simple positive actions repeated consistently over time. Okay, it's not this crazy thing. It's the simple stuff that you already know how to do. Okay, there's nothing missing, and this is big. Like, we always tend to think that in order to be successful, we need this superhuman skill or ability. Not really. Okay, you already have it all, and you already know how to do it. Okay, successful people, they don't have anything that you don't have. Okay, we're all cut from the same cloth. The more you hang out with them, and this is something that I'd highly recommend doing, the more you can kind of see behind the scenes, the more you realize, like, shit, you know, they're just like me.
Successful people do what they have to do, whether they feel like it or not. Successful people do what they have to do, whether they feel like it or not. Successful people do what they have to do, whether they feel like it or not. You should tell yourself that 1,000 times a day. Repeat it over and over and over and over again, because you're going to bump up against resistance. There's shit you're not going to want to do. But if you want to be successful, right? And like I said, the very first thing is you've got to figure out what success means to you.
If you would be willing to fight your way through it, if you would be willing to fight your way through this battle, fight your way through cancer, fight your way through that academic struggle, fight your way through divorce, fight your way through it, if you are willing to fight your way through that singing career, fight your way through boxing, fight your way through football. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And so my season finale is you gotta fight your way through it. You gotta fight the fear, because guess what? Fear ain't bigger than you.
Work. That's the answer to all these questions.
It doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter if you're tired. It doesn't matter if you're overwhelmed. You find out a fucking way to overcome that challenge of your feelings, and you make that shit happen. You understand? Get clear about what you want and brainwash yourself to do it.
You've got to do you, but please don't let the entrepreneurial society, don't let me, don't let your parents push you into what success is. It's different for all of us, but, and this is the big but, you gotta be self-aware about it. Slow and steady wins the race. You're only competing with yourself. Nobody else defines you, not me, not everybody watching, not your mom, you.